Smartwatches, devices that not only tell time but can control phones from a distance, wearing them on your wrist. But some can feel like a second phone, and in 2021, no one wants a second phone. Unless you're Kevin Gates, the slay queen with a yam with a ringtone volume of a siren, or Stephen Appiah.
They keep on coming. They keep on coming. I think that I have to turn one of the phone off. Look, they still call it. They still call it.
So as someone with a tight budget in this country, you might want to start looking at other options that do not require you to break the bank and also enable you to experience the full functionality of a smart device on your wrist that you can wear and rely on. Enter the Mi Band 6. Hey guys, and welcome to yet another video. My name is John Andrew. For those of you that are new, and I am a movie tech and travel YouTuber based in Accra, Ghana. So let's start talking about this. Now, I have been using the Mi Band 6 for somewhere around 3 weeks to a month, and I have some thoughts on it that I can present to you as an option should you decide to get into the whole smartwatch fitness tracker business. So let me get right down to it. Now, coming to the unboxing, the box dimensions haven't changed as long as I have used Mi Bands, from the Mi Band 3 to the present generation Mi Band 6. In opening the box, I had to use a mosquito coil stand because I didn't have the gumption to use a knife. There is a pull tab that enables you to pull out the contents of the box, and the arrangements haven't changed as long as I have used Mi Bands as well. You have your watch with the default black band, which comes with every Mi Band that is released. It also comes with a magnetic charger that is attached to the back of the device. And there is also included a quick instruction manual in multiple languages that teach you about the operation of the Mi Band 6. So right off the bat, the first thing I can tell you about is the unboxing experience. Now, Xiaomi hasn't really changed too much from when I started using Mi Bands in 2019. I started with the Mi Band 3 and now I'm at the Mi Band 6 in about the span of 2 years. There is this holographic element with their Mi Band boxes that has remained the same. It was in the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6 in different forms. And there's a bit of a texture with this 6 box, which I really do like. On the sides of the box, you get a general overview of the features that are included with that particular model, and they keep on increasing as the technology keeps getting better and as the iterations keep getting higher. And the 6 has probably the most loaded of the functionalities of the Mi Band series that we've gotten so far. Starting with the body of this device. Now, this is a 1.65-inch AMOLED display with no buttons whatsoever. Now, this is one of the first differences between this watch and the predecessors. Now, the Mi Bands 1 and 2 had physical buttons at the bottom. The 3 had a physical indentation. The 4 and 5 had a touch button that you could use to access menu functions and whatnot. So with this 6, you are going to be looking at a lot of swipe gestures to control this watch in general, and it's a bit of a learning curve you go through, but having used smartphones for a while, you shouldn't suffer too much in trying to adjust, especially if you're coming from previous models. This device also comes with Bluetooth 5.0 and is water resistant, so you can use it for swimming, you can take showers with it and nothing would happen to the watch. There is no underwater mode like you would find on the Samsung Galaxy Fit series. It can also survive underwater for 10 minutes at a maximum depth of 15 meters. So that's a 5 ATM right there. One of the cool things about this device is you can actually remove it from the band that it comes with. This would actually allow you to have so many different watch choices or band choices with so many different colors, and it does allow you to change things up as and when you want to. Now, in terms of design of the device, it actually seems to lean on its predecessors, the 3 previous ones that I have used. So I see certain elements from all 3 of them. You have a bit of robustness that the 3 provided you. You have the flat screen that we saw with the 4. The 3 had a bit of a curve when you look at it, and then the 5 had a bit of the curved edges. So it's incorporated all of these styles to produce this build, and I must say it's pretty good. It's pretty comfortable. It's also very lightweight, but you do feel a certain robustness when you wear it tightly. This device also houses a 125 milliampere hour battery, and a lot of people have rated this as lasting for 7 days with battery life, but in my own personal experience, having maxed out certain features that I will get to later on in this video, it lasts me just around 2.5 to 3 days, which is still not bad. Actually, at least it's actually a lot better than the Mi Band 5, which would die on me in just around a day and a half. So they've made those improvements, and I'm about to get to why the battery dies as quickly as it does. Now, in terms of battery life, if you had to ask me between the 4 models of Mi Bands that I've used, which of them had the best battery life, I could easily tell you that was the Mi Band 4. It had a very resistant battery and would take me close to 3 weeks before it would actually drain fully, and sometimes I actually forget I needed to charge it, but by the time I'd look, it would be somewhere around 70%. So it wasn't such a bad experience, and I really enjoyed using that device. This is the second Mi Band model to include magnetic charging. It charges my device somewhere between an hour and 30 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes from 0%, and it's not exactly the fastest charging speed. The Mi Band 4 could do somewhere within an hour and 20 minutes. In addition, the charging animation for this particular device has been changed, and it's a welcome design. They are improving things with their software as well. So with the Mi Band 3 and 4, you had to remove them from the bands. With the Mi Band 3, there was this attachment mechanism to the bottom of the device using contact points. With the 4, there was a dock mechanism that you had to use. With the 5 and 6, however, it's gone with the magnetic form, so you don't have to detach it from the band when you are charging your device. Now, coming to the user interface, the Mi Band has a new watch face, and seeing that watch face would actually make you believe that they have changed the user interface. And whilst there are those tweaks, it seems more of the same. It actually looks a little bit more like the Mi Band 5 UI. The Mi Band 3 had an LED display, so you just see one icon at a time whenever you swiped. The 4 was the first to introduce color into the Mi Band series, and you also see one icon at a time. The 5 did change things up a bit, but you were seeing one icon at a time. But with the 6, you can see as many as 2 icons at a time when swiping through your menu. In this Mi device as well, new workout modes have been added from the 15 that were in the Mi Band 5 to 30 in the Mi Band 6. Now, arguably, it doesn't have the biggest catalog of workouts available in a smartwatch device. We've seen Samsung devices have well over 200 in their user interface, so it's not exactly the biggest catalog out there, but it's still very efficient. There are some workouts that can be tracked automatically, such as walking long distances and running. So more or less, this is practically a Mi Band 5 with better battery life and a slightly different user interface. But they also have taken the liberty of adding for the first time to the Mi Band series an SpO2 tracker, or a blood saturation tracker. Now, the inclusion of this SpO2 tracker is what has kind of bumped up the price of the Mi Bands. Now, standard Mi Bands were somewhere around $40, and now this band is somewhere between $44 to $50, depending on where you buy it. If you're on Amazon, you're most likely going to get it somewhere between $50 to $55. It's somewhere around £40 in the UK, or slightly higher than that. But either way, the price has really increased this year by about $10, its standard price from before. Now, as long as I've used Mi Bands, there has always been a heart rate sensor in the device, and it usually is seen on the back of the device that emits a green light. And this has, over the course of time, helped with tracking things such as sleep. So sleep tracking was really introduced with the Mi Band 4, but with the Mi Band 5, you could also detect naps. And with the Mi Band 6, there is something called advanced sleep breathing quality. So this would actually enable the SpO2 tracker to constantly be on at night. And even long after you've woken up, it stays on for about 30 minutes before it's sure that you are not going back to sleep, and then it turns off. Now, this is a feature that is in beta testing, and quite honestly, the SpO2 tracking with this device is somewhat finicky. I usually don't really get too much with my readings. I don't know, it's like I can't seem to get the readings as and when I would need to, so you might have to fasten it a little more. But this is going to be a primary reason for which your battery drains, especially at night. Now, as always with the Mi Band, you do have the ability to see notifications and see when incoming calls are coming. Now, you cannot answer any calls or answer any messages, but you can decline calls and dismiss notifications from your smart device. In addition, you can use this device as as a shutter for your camera. So say you have your camera at a far distance that is within the range of the watch, you can toggle the button on the device that is displayed and it will act as a camera shutter for your device. Now this watch has no GPS, and this is one of the compromises that has always been present with the Mi Band, and that's what actually helps it to keep its price on a minimum. Now this is also why the Mi Fit app is very essential to download. It's actually where you need to activate the device when you start up, and it is very informative with some of the things that you will do in the course of using this device. So practically every setting with this watch can also be controlled from the Mi Fit app, and you can actually determine which apps give you notifications and whatnot from this device. It also enables you to enable the advanced sleep breathing, as I mentioned before, and a whole slew of other things and watch faces that you may want to change in the course of using the device, and it comes in very handy. It's a very great experience. It's still not as advanced as say a Samsung Health app or an Apple Health app, so it still does the best it can, and it doesn't restrict you to an ecosystem, so you can download on an iOS or Android device, or if you're using a Huawei device, you can even download it on one as such. Now for the second time, Xiaomi has included PAI into this device. Now PAI is this indicator of sorts that determines your physical activity, and it's like on a scale from 0 to 150, and depending on how high your PAI is determining how active you are on a daily basis. Now it determines this from so many different things like your activity levels, how many steps you've taken in a day that is tracked on this device, how many calories you've burnt, and all those things that mesh into this one metric. And I think it's a very good metric because it allows you to keep in shape when you are trying to lose weight or maintain your health or your fitness. In addition, this band also allows you to control your music remotely and view the weather based on the information that you get from your phone through the Mi Band app, and this is something that was introduced with the Mi Band 4 and has progressed over time. And those little aesthetic changes that we see with the user interface of the Mi Band 6 are a little reflective in terms of how they appear, but generally still the same as it's been since the Mi Band 4. Now in my opinion, for what you get, you are really getting a lot of value for what you pay for, and you get a lot of flagship features in this entry-level device. Slowly, what's happening with Xiaomi is they are slowly letting the Mi Band creep out of a strictly fitness tracker device to more of a smartwatch device. There are those compromises like no GPS and inability to respond to messages and answer calls, but it's still a very good fitness tracker, and I wouldn't have any problems recommending it to you, especially if you are trying to manage your budget but also trying to get into the smart watch game. Now if you want other options, there is the Mi Watch Lite, which is in the Xiaomi range of products. If you want anything within your ecosystem, you can look for cheaper options, although to be honest, when it comes to Apple, you don't exactly have something in the budget range necessarily. So you can really look at it this way. This watch actually allows you to use both ecosystems with its full functionality. You don't exactly need to use a Samsung watch with a Samsung device to experience full functionality. I mean, that's the norm, but you can't pair it with an Apple Watch and expect to have full functionality. In the same vein, you can't use an Apple Watch with a Samsung device and experience full functionality. So this actually allows you to move through the ecosystems with no problems whatsoever, and it's something I'd really recommend. So yeah, that's it. I have purchase links below, Amazon links. You would be helping me if you purchase through one of those links, and if you're within Ghana or outside Ghana and you're interested in getting this watch. Now if you are specifically within Ghana, you're not interested in using Amazon but you want to have one of these watches, you can send me a DM on my Twitter or Instagram. I have the links for those in the description as well. I will answer as soon as you text me, and I'll set you up with one of these as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching this video. Post your comments down below and let me know if this is a viable option for you. My name is John Andrew. I have been your favorite dark man, and I will see you in another video. Peace.